A big announcement today giving World Golf Hall of Fame member Annika Sorenstam a nice promotion with an eye towards the 2017 Solheim Cup. Five-time major champion Phil Mickelson's making his final tune-up start before the Masters. Why'd he spend the day more than 900 miles away from the Golf Club of Houston? And we've seen some big moments in the California desert. How about Caitlyn Jenner getting things going at the ANA Inspiration? You'll want to see this highlight next as Golf Central starts right now.
Golf Central, brought to you by Titleist.
Thanks for joining us tonight on Golf Central. I'm George Savarickas with Golf Channel analyst Tripp Eisenhower. Tripp, the ANA Inspiration just a day away from teeing off. Then next week we have the Masters. It's finally here. What are you looking forward to?
Yeah, major championship season gets kicked off this week with the ANA Inspiration, and then next week the Masters. 2 great weeks to be a golf fan, and we're going to see some wonderful golf because both these golf courses deliver great champions time and time again.
Before we turn the focus to that, there was a big announcement today, a big Solheim Cup announcement for 10-time major champion Annika Sorenstam with Team Europe, naming her the captain for the 2017 Solheim Cup at Des Moines Golf and Country Club. Sorenstam will go up against Julie Inkster, who's once again the captain for the American team. Annika's ready and definitely excited to be the captain for the European squad. She spoke with Lisa Cornwell about her prior Solheim Cup experience and how it'll help her this time around.
Well, first of all, every time it's been very different. I mean, obviously you play home advantage, or or playing over here, play away. It's very different. But also the captains have been very different styles, which is what I like about it, because everybody has their strong suits. So, but you learn that it's just it's a lot more than just a game, and but also the role. It's of course the pairings are important, but it also just being there for them, supporting them, and building them up. Being like the mental coach and just getting them ready. Obviously they know how to swing a club, but a lot of them get quite nervous when they come into these situations, and you feel a lot of pressure when you have 11 girls kind of weighing on your shoulders. So it's a very different situation. So I think what I'm going to do is just be more of a big supporter, just get them in the right frame of mind. And yeah, all of a sudden I'll be watching a lot of golf, I'll be analyzing, I'll be talking to players, getting to know them, and I want to be ready. Something I really care about is preparation. So the sooner I can do that, the better.
You probably could have had this opportunity before. How come now? Why 2017?
Well, I played in 8 of them, and then I wanted to still be involved in the game, but I wasn't ready to put in the time, the commitment that it takes. It's a lot of work, and I just wasn't ready with a young family and my businesses. So, fast forward 6 years, here I am. My kids are a little bigger, and I'm ready. I want to do this now, and luckily they asked me again, and after 3 times being the vice captain, I think that's enough. I think they should put a cap on it. But no, I've learned a lot, but now I'm ready. I look forward to it.
Going out on a limb here, I highly doubt Annika Sorenstam had to type up her career resume when in talks to be the captain for Team Europe. But if she did and had it on one page of paper, it would look like this. 8-time European Solheim Cup team member, 3-time vice captain, 22 Solheim Cup matches won, 72 career Lpga wins, 10 majors, and the 2003 World Golf Hall of Fame inductee. Well, in other news, the World Golf Hall of Fame announcing a change to the qualifying age for enshrinement. Effective immediately, candidates must be at least 50 years of age at the start of the year in which selections are made, replacing the previous age requirement of 40. The exception would be if a player is at least 5 years removed from being an active participant on his or her respective tour. So now let's welcome in Golf Channel contributor Jeff Shackelford. Jeff, it always seemed a little odd enshrining players who are still active on their current tour. What do you think of the change from 40 to 50?
A phenomenal change. We've been kind of wanting to have this for a few years, George, and for the reason you mentioned, that those induction speeches were a little bit awkward for some of those players who, we were talking about some of the greatest competitors in the history of sports here, and they're being asked to reflect on their career, and when they're going out the next day to hit a bucket of balls and keep grinding and trying to win and trying to be great. So that always made the speeches a little awkward. It never made them poor, but I think it's a wonderful change to do that, to no longer have that situation. Obviously, some people will be a little bit critical or wondering, well, Tiger Woods was due to be inducted soon, and now he won't be. He'll have to wait 10 years. But trust me, Tiger Woods will be much happier being inducted when he's 50 and when he can reflect on his career.
Jack Nicklaus, in additional news, was added to the selection committee. Arnold Palmer ceding the spot that he had. The World Golf Hall of Fame making that announcement that the 18-time major winner Jack Nicklaus will join fellow Hall of Fame members in Nancy Lopez, Gary Player, Annika Sorenstam as co-chairs of the selection commission for the World Golf Hall of Fame. The selection commission will elect the class of 2017, which will be inducted Monday, May 8th, 2017, the week of the players. Lopez, Player, and Sorenstam return for a second term, while Nicklaus will replace Arnold Palmer and join the process for the first time. Here's the statement released by Jack Nicklaus. He offered this: "The commission is an esteemed group of global leaders in our game. I'm honored to have the opportunity to help them advance the World Golf Hall of Fame and its tremendous work. It should be a lot of fun along the way." So, Jeff, how important is this for Jack to be involved in this process?
Well, wouldn't you like to be a fly on the wall of those meetings, George? Geez, I think it's phenomenal, because one of the things that the Hall has been, I don't like to use the word struggling, but it's certainly been an issue in terms of recognition and credibility, and every little thing that can be done like this helps get players' attention, helps remind people what an incredible facility the Hall of Fame is, what a wonderful honor it is to be part of that group. And Mr. Nicklaus will be a tough judge, but I certainly love having him on there. I just wish I could listen to those meetings.
Is there going to be a quick fix to have the Hall of Fame get more credence, or is this kind of a long-term play to get to that point?
Oh, no, I think this is absolutely a long-term play, but it also certainly has a short-term element in getting people's attention. And because, let's be honest, Mr. Nicklaus is he's selective about these kinds of things. He doesn't just sign on to something unless he feels pretty strongly about it. And I think for him to endorse the Hall of Fame this way is absolutely fantastic for St. Augustine and the whole facility and everybody who works so hard to raise its prominence.
You could surmise he's going to be holding people to a high standard. All right.
Oh,
thanks,
yes,
Jeff.
he will. Thank you.
When we return, some of the top names in the game are honing their games at the Golf Club of Houston this week. Hear from some of the best with a live report. Plus, Phil Mickelson readying himself for the Shell Houston Open by making a trip 900 miles away. Stay tuned to Golf Central.